It doesn't matter where you come from around the world, you bond straight away because the game has its own culture, it has its own meaning, and that's the love for the sport.
Okay, so last month,
Yeah.
that was so successful, I thought.
Yeah, that was really great. Like, we really touched up and we discovered that, through sports is a really great way to build community here in Dubai. And that kind of brings everyone together.
Yeah, of course, and we know cricket, but I mean, coming up in the next month, are you excited, the Rugby World Cup?
I am kind of excited because rugby.
Are Bahrain
rugby
going to win or Ireland going to win?
I don't even know if Bahrain has a team. Wait, actually, I need to check up
That's
on
something
that.
you need to check.
Yeah.
Ireland are close favourites. However, it's a good point to touch on that sports really bring a community together.
Yeah.
So rugby might be worth looking into.
We should. We definitely should. It's the one sport I feel like we haven't tapped into, and why not?
Yeah, why not? Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Okay, so we're at Dubai Sports City. There's rugby training going on all around me. We want to see who's playing here tonight, what nationalities, and what brought them here.
Yeah, I'm from Morocco. I'm from the UK.
And how is Denmark a big rugby country?
No, not at all, not at all. But I never played rugby before either.
So you're all very new to the sport. How does the rugby culture compare from Dubai to Lebanon?
In Lebanon, it's still niche, so it's been only 7 years. So hopefully now we're growing. But in Dubai, a lot of expats are here, so they bring the culture with them.
So what kind of brought you into rugby in Dubai if there's so many other sports to choose from?
I guess it was the culture, especially with the Knights. When we first started up, I had a family friend of mine who played for them, and I was always interested in getting back into it.
Who's going to win the World Cup?
Well, you might think I'm going to say Ireland, but I think Wales might do a job. I know they didn't look great in the warm-ups, but they've got a very strong team. And even England. Obviously, I'd love Ireland to do it, but I just can't see them winning it. But
You know this is being recorded.
hopefully I'll get that.
So what's your role out here in Dubai Sports City?
So I'm the director of rugby of the Dubai Knights Eagles. It's a newly merged club. It was basically the Arabian Nights before.
And why did you decide to come to Dubai?
At the time, I think it was the weather and the lifestyle. A lot of my friends were teachers.
Is there anything outside of this training here that kind of would entice people to play rugby in Dubai? Or?
There's a lot of touch rugby as well. People that, if they're not into the physical contact, they can play touch rugby. There's a national team here as well. The UAE have a national team that people can kind of follow or get behind.
Quickly before we finish, what about the UAE national team? What's going on there? Do they have a busy team? Do they play a lot? Where do they train?
So they're currently in the Asia Sevens at the moment. So they basically play against the likes of Japan and Hong Kong. Ireland have just qualified for the Sevens, so they would have beaten Hong Kong in the final last year. So that's the kind of level they play at a pretty decent level, and it's a lot of expats and some guys that are actually Emirati as well that they're involved in the team. So
Amazing. That must be so encouraging for everyone here to know that they could get onto a national team, right?
absolutely, last year we had 4 guys capped from our club, so we're pretty happy with that. So.
And where are you from?
Originally I'm from Germany and the Philippines, but I actually grew up here in Dubai.
And would Dubai be kind of a traditional sport for people growing up here to play?
Yeah, to be honest, the primary school that I went to, Dest, there was loads of sports on offer, but the main ones were obviously like football, rugby, swimming, athletics.
And have you lived in Dubai all your life?
No, I've lived here I'm coming up for 10 years. Rugby Sevens is my 10-year anniversary.
What a good anniversary to have.
Exactly, it was my first weekend in Dubai as well. I've been coaching a little bit this year to help out, and I'm helping with the under-19s managing those this year, but my main role is to play with the women's side.
And we're talking about women's rugby. How big is the women's rugby scene here in Dubai?
It's getting bigger again now. We had a couple of years where we didn't have so many clubs, but now there's more clubs joining the league. So I think we're up to 9 different clubs again now in the UAE Women's League.
How would they hear about you guys?
On social media all the time as well. We've got a good Instagram, Facebook, which is done by Sports City as well as by the club. So they can find out about us there or just come down and join us for a training session.
And what's kind of the rugby scene culture here like outside of the training sessions?
So we try and balance it. Like, not everyone here wants to play competitively. Some girls are just here to meet people, have fun and have a different group of friends. So we try and keep the social side really active as well. Rugby events such as the World Cup's coming up, that's going to be massive for us. But we'll also do things that are totally nothing to do with rugby, like a boat party or just going for a brunch.
And finally, Rugby World Cup is coming up. Will you kind of watch matches as a team? Will there be a bit of rivalry or what's the story?
Yeah, definitely. We'll be watching games as a team. I'm actually going. I'm going to 2 of the games myself, so I can't wait to go there. But yeah, the girls will be getting together. I'm sure there'll be some rivalry.
And who's going to win?
England.
So would it be easy for someone who's from a non-rugby country to come in to Dubai and get going and get involved?
I think it would be easy because like these sessions they help you out, and like for me I didn't know, I watch rugby on TV and I love it obviously, but I didn't know all the basics and all the structure of it as a player. I just stood in the stands and cheered, you know. So when you get into a club like this and you have coaches, they show you the way. So I think it would be easy if you're willing to learn. Yeah.
And what's big on the calendar for you guys this year? Are there any matches or any tournaments that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, a tournament starting I think 27th of this month. Yeah, big match I think would be the Sevens. That's everybody's geared up for that. But I think every tournament is important. Every tournament you can learn something, take something from it. So our aim is for each tournament to be like the first. Still hungry for the game, still hungry for the win. So we treat it like a first tournament.
So that was unbelievable. There's people playing here from literally every corner of the globe, and I think we need to explore a little bit more about what rugby is like in Dubai.
We're here at the Dubai English Speaking College, and we're about to talk to the UAE rugby players, the national team. So how did you actually end up playing for the team here?
أنا بديت ألعب الركبي من أيام المدرسة في 2012 تم اختياري وكنت أصغر لاعب في المنتخب فلعبت مع التوب في ايشيان ركبي. هذه كانت بدايتي مع الركبي من المدرسة لأني كنت مميز من بين الاختيار للمدارس فاختاروني أنا النخبة كانت للمنتخب فلعبت في عمر 15 لعبت في التوب تيم.
What's your favorite thing about being here in Dubai and why?
I just think it's just the way life is in terms of how fast things go. I just like to get things done and not to procrastinate so much. Obviously, Dubai is a multicultural city, and get to know different cultures and exploring them. It's just a great thing.
And I saw an example of that when you literally said "Yalla ruh habibi" to your Emirati teammate over there. And I'm like, oh, cool, he's taught you some Arabic.
Yeah, no.
Any other Arabic words?
I know a few. I mean, I went to school here, so yeah, it was pretty compulsory to go into Arabic. But being able to play for the UAE and being amongst some of them, it's good to experience the Arabic culture and learn a bit. I mean, it will only be correct for us to start learning a bit of Arabic representing UAE.
So how is the rugby scene different from the UK and here in Dubai?
In the UK, I played mainly 15-a-side rugby, and I do out here as well for the club scene. And then got introduced to sevens about 4.5 years ago, and then gradually as I got better, got to play more and more. And the rugby scene out here is great because you can play fast-paced game. The facilities are amazing, the pitches are like carpet, and the weather's perfect for rugby.
Hey Sean, so my colleague Casey actually told me about meeting you the other day. I just wanted to ask, how has rugby changed your life here in Dubai?
Well, I mean, obviously this is the national side here now, and tomorrow we get a chance to go to the Asia Championships, which is in China, against Japan and Hong Kong. So I don't think there's another sport where you can move to the UAE and then obviously play in all these different nations against all these Asian countries. So I think that's one of the big things for us, that the collective, all of us from different countries, South Africa, some Emirati guys, English guys, we all get this opportunity when we come here and we play rugby out here.
I think it doesn't really matter with the diversity of the different cultures, because rugby has its own culture, and so it doesn't matter where you come from around the world, you bond straight away because the game has its own culture, it has its own meaning, and the players they come and they just fit in straight away, and so that's a comforting thing for me as a coach. I don't have to do too much to bond them because they all have something in common. And that's the love for the sport. And it's like with any sport, I guess.
Thanks so much, Coach Apollo, for taking the time today. I know you guys are busy with the prep for tomorrow's Asia Sevens Championships. So good luck again with that tomorrow. And thanks again for taking your time.
I'm so glad we actually decided to look into rugby, because there's so many sports in the UAE that people play, but the fact that you're actually, as an expat, if you live here for 5 years, you were able to play on the UAE national team. And then you got to go and talk to the guys on the team,
I was
right?
surprised by that when you told me about it. I was like, what? And then I got to talk to them while they were practicing at the Dubai English Speaking College, I think. There were players from Ireland and South Africa, and the Emirati guy was there as well teaching them Arabic, and it was such a cool mix of people.
There's loads of different nationalities on the UAE national team. That's amazing.
I can't even remember because I spoke to so many of them, and I had asked them, what they learned about each other's cultures, and they did share those things, but at the same time really talked about the fact that, sports, the sport just brings them all in one place together. Yeah,
that's so unique to Dubai, I think.
So unique.
Okay, so let's meet back next month. We have a lot going on in October, so we need to nail that down, what we're going to talk about.
Can't wait for that.